It's really hard to just pinpoint one moment because it's always a great moment when people see that we ride and that we're Catholic gentlemen and that we're riding to serve the Lord, you know. And a lot of them are shocked that we're Knights of Columbus. So I didn't know that Knights of Columbus rode. And so, nevertheless, that we're Catholic gentlemen, you know what I mean? So that is the coolest part, I think, that when we show up someplace and the people flip out. I didn't even know good men could ride. You know, they didn't think that way about bikers. It's the
Exactly.
first thing we were, Catholic gentlemen. Then we became Knights of Columbus. So we always go back to the point of origin. We know who are we, and we have to keep our feet on the ground and stay with the mission. I think I've been a Knights of Columbus ever since I was about 19 years old. My dad put me in, and I became Knights of Columbus, and then they know I moved through all the chains of commands, Grand Knight, obviously, and then the only thing I have never been blessed to be is Faithful Navigator. So I've been through the whole thing, through my whole life, been a Knights of Columbus. Well, right off the bat, it was John Pesh and I. It was
In
John Pesh. He
Miami.
brought me in, yeah, in Miami,
Okay.
and then we went to a meeting where I was named diocese chairman, and immediately brought in David
Yep.
and Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yep.
So those are the initial two first members right off the bat that first day. So that's how we started off. Basically, it was about three of us, and then we start growing and growing.
And it only took what, 3 years, 4 years to grow up to where now we're what, 30 in
Yeah,
in Miami
yeah. There
diocese
was
now.
some members that didn't ride anymore, so we actually reactivated Koto. Remember,
Yep.
Koto got reactivated, but some of the other guys were just too old and didn't ride anymore. John Pesh, went to New York and then he came back and hasn't been riding. So, yeah.
And then now under your leadership in the state from last year to this year, if I remember the numbers roughly from this morning, we're up another 50 across the
Yes,
state, give or take.
about another 50. Yeah,
So we're 187. Is that the right?
187.
Okay. So brothers that are out there that, well, one of the things here, instead of asking a question, I'll make a statement and see how, because you'll relate to this very well. And you mentioned it earlier too. We'll get brothers that'll come up to us and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm a knight. I've been a knight since 1960 whatever, but I haven't been active." Or I was a knight 5 years ago, and I just haven't been active. And we're running into these guys at Bike Week or some other motorcycle event, and through your evangelization and the rest of the brothers, we're able to bring those guys back in to the church.
That's right.
How rewarding is it for you to know that you can look across these 187 men and know at least a half a dozen of them you've brought back to the church personally?
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's one of the benefits to have been serving for a while and looking and see the growth is that you actually see men that we picked up that they weren't walking anymore with the Catholic, with the church and going to church or the Knights of Columbus or anything. Now they're really active. So that's very rewarding. And by the way, we not only meet them on rides, and we actually go to a restaurant to partake and break bread together. And there'll be somebody sitting on another table and they'll come over and says, "Oh my God, I'm a Knights of Columbus. I didn't know there was a biker organization," or, they always say, a club or a
Right.
group or. So they come over and then we tell them exactly what we are, that we're not a club and we're not an MC, and we talk to them, and then all of a sudden they get energized. They wanna become a knight on bike, and if not, at least they feel better about the Knights of Columbus, that they actually see that they're doing something more than just maybe selling Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, no, they definitely look at us a lot different, and then they count on us a lot, and I feel that at least with us, the Knights on Bikes, we've touched a few priests and churches where they look at their Knights of Columbus Council a little different now. So not only were the Knights were already there in the council, maybe they were a little dormant, But when they see that the Knights on Bikes are doing so many things, now they start asking their council to get very active. For example, Mother Redeemer. That was one example I can relate to, and I'm
Sure.
thinking about right now. So that, that council kind of woke up when the priest saw the activity of the Knights on Bikes. In the Archdiocese of Miami, we have I believe we have three priests that ride. And by the way, there's more priests that want to ride, and let me make that 4 priests. We have now 4 priests that actually ride in the Archdiocese of Miami. One thing that I want to mention is that to me, you asked about some of the things that are very pleasing or surprise me, or it is to see that the Archbishop himself trusts in us, and he calls upon us to escort him, to accompany him, to do events with him. And then other priests as well call us to go to their fairs so that we can participate in their events. And I mean, we're bikers, and we're Knights on Bikes, and they're starting to recognize that, wait a minute, these are not just bikers. Not only, they're Knights on Bikes, but you go back, like I always tell you, they're looking at where the roots are coming from. These are bikers, they're Knights on Bikes, they're Knights of Columbus, the Catholic gentleman. And that's why they want us, because they see that gentleman inside of us. Even though we straddle, we throw the leg over a motorcycle, we ride we might ride a little crazy, and we look, some of us try to look a little more mean than others, but at the end of the day, we're just Catholic men on a motorcycle. The thing is that we welcome everybody with open arms, and very soon, you become a brother to us. And we what I see here, and like we're here at the convocational meeting, and you see the brotherhood across the board, and you see the fellowship and the true, honest feeling for one another. And anybody out there right now, sitting out in that patio, would automatically drop what they're doing to give you a hand, and so it would, without unconditionally, they would stop, give you a hand, help you out, stop to talk to you. And we feel that every day. I mean, I do. I had my moments today in my meeting.
You
right?
did, yes.
I had my soft moments there, and that's because we feel the love, and that's what happens. You get sentimental because you feel the love, and it's a good feeling. Of men that we're grown men now, and you still have those feelings. You have those feelings for one another, and that I could call upon any one of those guys to help me out with any problem I would have.
Right.
Nothing fake about it. You feel the love in every handshake and hug and embracement that you do in that lineup. Yeah, it's not a snake shake. Well, if you not only should you be a Knights of Columbus, because I think that serving God is the best thing you can do, but if you can do it on a motorcycle, it's even better. And if you have a motorcycle, what better purpose than to serve God and enjoy the fellowship and have a brotherhood that can, like I said, be there for you at a drop of a dime. You give them a buzz, they're there for you. And you have all the priests that are counting on you to help them out. And it gives you a purpose, better than just to go ride and maybe end up having a drink or two, which is perfectly fine. But why not serve the Lord a little bit along the way? What do you need to ride? I said, 2 wheels. As a matter of fact, you can bring 3 wheels. Anything that you ride is welcome to our organization. And I'm speaking to the grasshopper himself. You showed up with the Yamaha first. So and now we even take you. They ride an Indian, so that's okay too. Any motorcycle is welcome with us, and there is no difference of anything you ride. New, old, trike, Indian, even Indians are welcome. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, Indians, any type of motorcycle, chop bikes, all of them are welcome, as long as, we all behave as Catholic gentlemen. We're all right together. Me personally, my kids have been riding around with me since they're 8 years old. They go to all the Archbishop rides. And now they ride their own motorcycles because they're older. The wives, they can ride with us as well, either ride passenger or ride their own motorcycle. My wife happens to ride too, and they're welcome. We call them Lady Knights because they're a wife of a Knights of Columbus. Call them Lady Knights. So it's a family open gathering. You know, Night to Columbus is only men, but we welcome all the complete family.